Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game S. So, we're gonna have a fun and exciting video for you guys today, and one that I think a lot of Castlevania fans are going to be very excited to hear about. That is because Castlevania Harmony of Despair HD, a full remake of Harmony of Despair, just got a very meaty update with a ton of new balance features, a lot of new added content, and a lot of other fixes around the edges. And now far removed from the actual release of Harmony of Despair, where people were hoping for an actual full Castlevania game, we got this instead. I will safely say that while this is not a perfect experience, it is a ton of fun and definitely one you should check out. And with the new updated version of the game, it's going to be that much better. If you get too far involved though, to be a huge favor down below, hit like and subscribe and ring that notification bell, definitely helps us out. And if you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, I got a Patreon link down below as well. And if you aren't familiar with Harmony of Despair, I'll get a little kind of 101 out of the way. This was always intended to kind of be a level boss rush mode where you would actually play with friends. The multiplayer component on this one is big, but for this capture it is being played single player. And that is the nice thing. You can take this on as a one-person challenge. You can have friends come in with you. You can really kind of play the game however you want. And the maps on these things are absolutely expansive and basically took a lot of the most creative areas from Castlevania and even other games in some DLC and made entirely new experiences out of them. But I totally understand when this game was announced, myself included, felt a little bit disappointed because we wanted to see a new proper 2D Castlevania game, and when news got out that a 2D game was in development, we all thought we might be getting Symphony of the Night 2. And honestly, Harmony of Despair was not that in any way, shape, or form, but after now basically 16 years removed from its release, you really can appreciate Harmony of Despair for what it is and not what we expected it to be. And this new version of the game, well, I say new, it's been around for a while, but this new update absolutely just makes it that much better. It has so many improvements, so many ways to play, so many options you can toggle. You can really 100% make this thing your own. And honestly, it's not like it's the easiest thing in the world to play Harmony of Despair these days, so having a PC executable that you can just sit down and kind of check out, 10 out of 10 fun in my opinion. And honestly, I love the artwork here, seeing 2D pixels and sprites with all of these intricate backgrounds and the ability to zoom in and out on the map. It really is an absolutely outstanding looking game. And that really is the fun thing about something like this. You can kind of see where you're going, traverse the map, and kind of play around with the world. And it really is kind of bite-sized pieces. You can sit down and make one run at this thing for 10 minutes. You could play it for 10 hours. You can kind of structure every single level however you want. The difficulty, overall balance, and everything else. And it's really nice because as a single player experience, if you dial this thing up to hard, you're absolutely going to get one of the best challenges in Castlevania in my opinion. But if you want more of a relaxed playthrough, you can go over to easy mode and definitely give yourself a little bit more of an advantage. But honestly, getting a new Castlevania, even if it is a fan project of an existing game, is absolutely amazing because we do have a new Castlevania game on the way, but for the longest time, fans were keeping the Castlevania franchise alive where basically nobody else was. And that's definitely something we needed. Now, as far as the changes on this, I will leave a link to the GitHub server down below where you can actually download this because it is under game downloads. Everything is kept on the server. But there's a bunch of different balances across Simon as well as some of the other characters. There's also a bunch of other formatting fixes as well as gameplay fixes, different drops, different power-ups, everything else. Basically, it is a big balance patch here because this hasn't seen an update in a while, at least as far as my memory is concerned. It definitely is going to be the best way to play. And again, there was a memory leak in one of the older versions of the game. I remember that actually being a little bit of a problem, and that has been 100% patched up. But definitely read the patch notes on the download because there are a metric ton of them, and honestly some of them you just kind of want to read and figure out how they work yourself just because it is fun to go through those notes. But this again is such a ton of fun. Now remember though, if you do use that GitHub link down below and go over, be polite if you have any questions because one, I send you, I want you to be cool about things as you know I'm always advocating for having retro gaming fun and just basically having a great community out there. And the Castlevania community is 10 out of 10, especially doing a project like this. So it definitely is one of those things. We should all be appreciative of it. Let's do the first soundtrack simply because the music in this game clearly amazing because it is Castlevania music, and I'll be right back with a lot more Harmony of Despair fun.
Kill him!
I mean, honestly, Castlevania music always makes me happy, and it should make you happy as well. Now, remember that this game was definitely designed in the intent of having more than one player playing it, but I love that it can balance itself out across a one-player experience. A big thanks to Kilter Music for helping with the capture on this one as well. It is a game that he hadn't played before. I always love getting other people's opinions of stuff, at least ones that I trust to help with the channel, because it's one of those things. I always like to ask other people how they feel about something so I can kind of feel if my actual opinions are justified, or maybe I'm having a one-off, because that is the thing. I am known to be very optimistic when it comes to projects like this, but honestly, Harmony of Despair being completely remade in HD with all of these new improvements make a huge difference, and honestly, all of the balancing on this release, it basically feels way more of a fair and balanced game, because that is the thing. This can be challenging, and giving yourself all of the different options to kind of articulate the experience you want is definitely going to be some fun. And you will see here again, the maps are absolutely huge. They are so fun, and I love that you can zoom out and still play them. That way, if you're doing a 4-player game, you're able to see everyone who is working with you, so you can kind of track where they are as you traverse every single level in Harmony of Despair. And I love how diverse the levels are, and honestly, in this remake, they all look absolutely outstanding. All of the charm, all of the visual flair of Harmony of Despair has come over perfectly. Just be aware that when you launch this one, for some reason, it basically defaults to actually not being in English text when you launch it. Just go into the menu and switch it over to English, then you'll be totally fine. You might see a kanji character here and there every once in a while, or it could actually be Chinese, I believe is what the menu said, but honestly doesn't affect the gameplay whatsoever. And this is just so fun. I really do think as the years have gone on, Harmony of Despair's overall reputation has gotten better because we stopped caring about it not being a mainline Castlevania game and just started realizing that the developers were onto a really fun idea, a fully online, fully multiplayer Castlevania that basically ended up just not being a boss rush mode, but a level rush mode. And seeing all of these sprites here from different Castlevania games, different characters from different entries in the franchise, all brought together into one in HD, really is something that I absolutely love to look at, because that is the thing. Many games now don't actually use sprites, they use 3D to make it look 2D, and while that is outstanding, and I would say Arc System Works does the best at it, actually seeing these traditional 2D sprites running on your PC in high definition, being able to zoom in and out on them, is just absolutely why retro gaming is making a comeback in my opinion. And if you've never played Harmony of Despair before, I can't recommend this game enough. Just don't think you're going in for a full Metroidvania experience, and if you leave that thought on the side of the road, you're absolutely going to love this one in my opinion. But if you do have some opinions of Harmony of Despair, leave them down below, because I would be curious to hear what each and every one of you think. Because again, I'm always optimistic when it comes to Castlevania, and it's really easy for me to find things that I love. Now that we're into the first boss fight, that is the goal of every single arena. Get to the boss and beat it so you can actually complete the level and move on. But we're going to do the second soundtrack sample, because again, Castlevania music 100% always hits every single time. 45 seconds and I'll be right back with a little bit more of the game. I know this is a weird comment, when you zoom out on this level and you see all the different intricate areas. I would love to see something like that actually turned into like a 1,000-piece puzzle, because even though I love retro games and I play them a lot with Mrs. Esoterica, sometimes in the dead of winter we will do 1 or 2 different 1,000-piece puzzles just to kind of sit around and do something together that doesn't involve staring at a screen, and I honestly think that background there would make a perfect puzzle. Absolutely a complete left field zag as far as Harmony of Despair is concerned, but just the repeating patterns definitely are always charming. And that is the thing about this HD remaster or remake. It is charming. It has all the fun of Harmony of Despair with a ton of new balance, a ton of new features, and just an easier way to play the game. I think that absolutely matters in this day and age, because I love Castlevania, and even though not every single game is a 10 out of 10, anytime I'm playing Castlevania I am happy, and this new update definitely does that for me. And if you've played previous versions of the game, do be aware that your save file is automatically transferable, and you'll be able to basically jump right back in where you left off, because your save file on this one definitely 100% matters. And again, the more Castlevania the merrier in my opinion, and until we get the new Castlevania from Konami, we're just going to have to wait and play with what we have. And honestly, this new update to Harmony of Despair HD Remastered, 100% something that you should check out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.